If you want to start a service business in 2025, whether it be trash can cleaning or mobile detailing, in this video I'm going to cover number 1, where I get my best leads from, number 2, the large benefit of starting these side hustles and how they won't take over your whole life, number 3, some of the harder parts about trash can cleaning specifically, number 4, how to start some of these service businesses and why they're so big in some of the places you think that wouldn't work, number 5, break down one of the biggest misconceptions and the reason why everybody, 99% of them at least, fail in side hustles. Stick around to the end of the video. Number 1, where do you get your leads from? Okay, this is something I've shared a long time, and I've shared it's the exact same thing from the exact moment that I started, right? It's maybe gradually moved up a little bit. As I started to learn how powerful Facebook is, I started to move away from the whole flyer thing and just going around with all that cold marketing. I did knock doors in the very beginning. My first business I ever started, I was about 16, and I started a lawn care business with a couple of my friends that were in high school with me. And the funny part is I was doing flyer marketing, and back then it was a little different. Social media wasn't as big as it is today. Still, Facebook is kind of big, and Facebook is where a lot of your best demographic is going to be at. This is not only going to be your older customers that have houses to wash the concrete, they have cars to go and detail, multiple at least, because they're, married probably, and they have the trash cans for you to go out and service. So now more than ever, it is more beneficial than anything. But also, whenever I started out using the flyers, the hardest part about it was the best part about it was the fact that you could get in front of all these people. Obviously you're going to have to go and spend that money. So maybe these people hate you, and they don't actually want to get your service. You're wasting a good bit of money going out and putting flyers on people's houses that might not even want you. So until I learned how to really maximize and use Facebook correctly, I was doing a lot of these cold marketing or getting these cold leads. You're barely scraping by hoping to get customers completely change their mind, unless they were already looking for detailing or already looking for trash can cleaning or already looking for lawn care. Then you're trying to hopefully change their mind, and you're trying to force someone that doesn't know you to pick up a service from you, give you money, let you come to their house. They're in a vulnerable position, and it's honestly pretty easy to see why they wouldn't want you to do this. But whenever you switch over to Facebook, once again, I've already explained, this has the older demographic on it. This has the people that can afford for you to come to their house and do this and that. This has the people that are looking for services, because there's a lot of businesses on Facebook, but they're not maximizing using the copywriting, showing people the before and after, showing people the list of services they're providing, and just creating a lot of credibility in your copy or whatever. Go into Facebook, go into some groups near you, post some pictures showing your before and afters, let people see some of the services or the key points, the selling points on there that you hit and that you make sure you can handle, and then put somewhere down there 400 customers that are happily satisfied, 400 5-star customers. Whether or not it's true, you can really start to work on your Google reviews to back that up for yourself, but give yourself a little more credibility, and the more you post, the more people are going to see you, and you can really put up a nice wall of like, hey, listen, this is what I do. If you want me, these people have wanted me. You can have people give you reviews. You can have people even post about you. And then honestly, as your posts start getting bigger and stacking up, people are going to want you. You're going to be in high demand. You're no longer going to be forced to spend that money and go to all these neighborhoods and not have these people want you. Now you have an online presence. You're getting in front of more people. The people that are actually reaching out to you instead of you reaching out to them, they do not feel like forcibly sold because they didn't want the service. They want you. So it's easy to close, and it's going to be more enjoyable jobs and less nonsense. You're going to actually get paid. Number 2, can't wait to start side businesses when I move back to America. That's awesome, bro. I don't know where you live now, and honestly, like, America's like whatever, the land of the free. Everybody here is trying to start businesses. Everyone wants to be an entrepreneur. That's kind of like the whole rise of, social media, everything being big like that. But it really is something that has definitely benefited me in my life. It can teach you so much, starting a little business, starting a side hustle. And, I am a supporter of like starting your side hustles. Do them very like low initially, and then you can build them over time. If you want to build up into some sort of mobile detailing tycoon with a big shop, or you want to get a trash can cleaning truck, you can do that. People are doing it. Not often are they finding success, but the ones that do are finding a ton of success, and they're making life-changing money. But obviously, if you want to be somebody that like, you can soften the blow of all of your bills, you can make it to where eventually you can slowly build up so much clientele that you no longer have to go to your full-time job. But you can find a way to make all of these things so optimized, so minimal, and like not very stressful. You can make your jobs very maintainable. That way you can stay in business for a long time. More people are going to know who you are. It's going to give you an easier like way out of whatever you don't want to be in. Hey, if you enjoy your full-time job and you don't want any more extra money and you don't want to work any harder outside of it, and you don't ever want to leave it, then great, that's 100% fine. This is just something that kind of adds to your life, gives you a little bit more stuff, and trust me, you're going to learn a lot. not only are you going to learn how to sell people, you're going to learn how to talk to and quote people, you're going to learn how to provide services to people, and you're going to get to see the bad side of customers. You're going to get to see the struggles, but more than that, you're going to get credibility, and anything else that you want to start can be piggybacked off of the credibility that you're gaining from this stuff, right? It can move into passion projects because people know you now. They know you are really good with providing service. You have fast response times. You really have high quality, and whatever it is, it can push you and like move your entire life in a great direction. And like I said, if you started very low, you're not spending a ton of money. You're not digging yourself a huge hole that now you have to try to like work yourself to death and get out of. And by the time you do you really think this is something that you're going to want to pursue? Absolutely not. That's why I tell guys, start with a very low initial cost. That way you're not stuck in a hole and it's not something you can't recover from if you don't like it. No, you continue, push through it. You learn everything that you can, learn the ins and outs, learn your process, figure out if you want to have somebody come and help you, figure out your next steps and build it slow over time. If you don't like it, you easily make, if you spend $1,000 to $2,000, you easily make your money back. Now, if you spend $20,000 to $30,000, you're not going to easily make your money back, especially if you're brand new, bro. You do not have any customers. You have no credibility. You have no marketing skills. You're going to be stuck. So I highly recommend starting, but do it right. Number 3, after I watched this, I immediately felt things crawling inside of me. This is completely in response to one of my detailing jobs. It was maggot infested, and trust me, a lot of the trash can cleanings that I've done, the major mover behind the customer wanting to get this service done is because of how nasty and awful and treacherous their trash cans are, and you're having to do a full 360, a full transformation, zero to hero process. This is not the fun part. This is absolutely not the fun part. The fun part is the main maintenance cleanings, the easy cleanings to do. These are the cleanings that make me wish that I had a way more expensive setup, that I would not have to be directly in contact with these cans as much. And it's not going to be every single customer that you find that has these maggot infested trash cans, but you have to understand, if you're going to start in a business like trash can cleaning, which I'm not going to say I have glorified, but it's an easy service that doesn't cost that much money to start. So if you dislike it, you can quit easily. It is very maintainable, very low labor. Obviously it is highly process driven. If you can figure out a good process, you can do very overkill cleanings without spending a ton of money, and you can do them very quickly. So obviously you're able to hit quality and quantity at the same exact time, build up a ton of customer acquisition. People are going to start to know you. More often than not, these people are more like happy to have More often than not, these people are so shocked that this is a service that anyone offers, they've never heard of it before, that they want to ask you more things about you. I found that these customers are more interested in me personally than any of my detailing customers, any of my lawn care customers, because it has been so like solidified and normal. Like, it's so normal. It's so like socially acceptable to have a detailing business, to get your to get your car detailed. Even some of the car washes now are offering detail services. It's just so normalized. But to be offering trash can cleaning, these people look at you like you're a different breed of person, which is it's hilarious because, you know, it's not that hard of a service, but it's also just something, it is what it is. People are going to be looking at you like, hey, listen, like, good for you. What else do you do, right? They want more services from you. But you have to understand that the ceiling for how nasty trash cans is, and I've been saying it for a while, it is not for the weak. The ceiling of a bad trash can versus a bad detail, it's awful, and it will hurt, and it will break you down, and it will make you remind you even that this is not the business that you want to be in, unless you really find a way to optimize it. So absolutely, I feel the exact same way. They have guys talking about that's why they're trash can cleaning, because they're going home and they're showering, and they're like, dude, they're going home and they're showering, and they're like, wait a minute, why are these things are coming out of my clothes, whatever, and that's disgusting, and you don't want to deal with that. So trust me, if you're going to get into trash can cleaning, be very aware of what you're walking into. And I've had jobs that I've walked away from, and you're probably going to have the same exact thing, unless you find a way to make it as enjoyable as possible, be as protected as possible, and really just be able to walk through it and say, whatever, the next one's going to be easier. You always have to kind of have that mentality. Number 4, what state do you do this in? Because in California, this does not work. Okay, so I don't know if this guy's in response to a mobile detailing video or a trash can cleaning video, but I'm going to tell you right now that I also do cold calling of detailing businesses, and it is very, very popular in California. I do not know what you're talking about, and this is for detailing businesses specifically. I don't know about trash can cleaning business. I haven't called any of these guys, but I can let you know that detailing businesses in California are massive. There's a lot of them. Now, are water costs going to be a little different there? Obviously, it's going to be a little less profit margin for you, but you have to, once again, find a way to maximize it, right? Are you really going to the houses and these people are denying you of using their water and power? Maybe they are. I don't know what it costs over there to live. I don't know what the cost is to be able to do stuff. I know it is higher. So you have to understand, like, this is going to be factored into your pricing. They're used to being charged this much money for this. So now it's normalized and you might be able to charge a little higher so that you make it more worth it. You just have to, you can't go based off of everything that I teach because obviously it's different in different states. So do a little bit of tweaking, maybe increase your pricing. That way you can afford to have a full setup on your own. That way you don't have to require some of the stuff from customers if they're always saying no. Now, have you really gone out there and tested it and tried it? Are they really all saying no? That's a different problem. Obviously, if you haven't even tested it and you're just assuming this doesn't work, then I don't know what to tell you. But people are like, detailing businesses in California are very relevant and they're very widespread. There's a ton of them, and obviously some of them are successful. Can't all be unsuccessful. They wouldn't have so many. But secondly, if this is about trash can cleaning, I can tell you right now, that's another incorrect statement. I don't know how many can cleaning businesses are out there. There's not a lot in the world anyway, but out there especially, it requires less water, less power, less time. I cannot imagine why that people wouldn't want that. I can't imagine why people wouldn't eventually or have the need for it. Obviously, someone's going to have the need for it if you went around and offered it to the right people. Now, are you using the right tactics of getting customers? Are you gathering your leads from these Facebook groups? Not cold leads, warm marketing, listening to me on everything that I tell you, and getting people that are interested in your service, not you having to force people and sell people into your service. There you go. So there's so many different factors involved in it. It's not just a yes or no that widely ranged. It's just, there's a lot of stuff that could be pieced in, and I promise you it does work. Finally, you could start a business with 70 cents if you know what you're doing. Completely incorrect. I mean, I don't know what you're starting with 70 cents. This is not 1985 anymore. You're not going to start a business with that little amount of capital. And I believe that whenever we're talking about small capital, small investment starts into businesses, $300, that's a small investment. You want to talk about 70 cents, you're already setting yourself up. You're only willing to risk 70 cents on yourself, right? If you start a detailing business, you can start detailing with less than $500. I charge over $200 a job. Bro, 2 jobs and you're done. Your family might even pay you to do that if you're good enough to let you try things out. I think that that's a reasonable investment. A non-reasonable investment is thinking you need to start a detailing business with $15,000. You need to start a trash can cleaning business with $50,000. That's irrational. That's someone that's not going to actually be able to start that business because you don't know how deep that hole is until you're in it. And good luck if you don't like the service. You're going to take a long time to get out of it, and now you're forced into a bad situation. I don't know why you would back yourself into that corner, but it's going to be so much harder for you when it didn't actually have to. But if you wanted to start any of the businesses I teach, any of the businesses I've ever started with 70 cents, you're screwed. Do not try to start the business. You are either cheap, lazy, or you really think that you're going to fail 100%. You have to be willing to put up a little bit of capital. My nephew's got 70 cents to his name, right? I don't know how old you are trying to start this business. Get a couple $100. Be willing to risk like $1,000 at the most sometimes is what I would think initial start should be. Now, come on, brother, 70 cents. It's just not enough. You're not putting enough behind yourself to make things, number one, at least a little bit comfortable for you. So if you're going to start a trash can cleaning business and you wanted to use 70 cents, I don't even know what you would, maybe the soap? The soap isn't even freaking 70 cents. Maybe you could use the soap you have at home for free, and eventually you could build up and start buying some more supplies. I don't know. If you want to do some sort of flip like that, trust me, it's going to be so uncomfortable for you that it's not going to be giving you maintainable cleanings. It's not going to be enjoyable, and it's going to ruin the whole process for yourself because you're struggling so hard that I doubt you keep going. Most people will not keep going. So the easier you can make things flow for yourself, the more likely that you continue in business, the more likely that you gain on your process, you start gaining some of this initial profit, credibility, and over time you start to really develop this business into something more than, just a startup. But 70 cents is not enough. You're wrong. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, click the link down below to join my school community. I have 6+ full-length courses in there describing to you every single possible angle of how to start a can cleaning business, mobile detailing business, my entire Facebook strategy that I've landed tens of thousands of dollars with zero ad spend. Also an entire course on how to traverse the financial markets from somebody who makes thousands of dollars a month inside the markets. And a course on how I talk to customers and sell them personally with my actual messages and my before and after pictures that I use to land them. Once again, click the link down below and join my school community today. And join something where there's a ton of other like-minded individuals trying to do the same exact thing as you that you can talk to and message daily.